Is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about each and every one of the 5 new NBA is back cards that did get added in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Today, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on each and every one of them, as well as do any of these guys make like the best squad in my team. All these cards are really expensive. There's not any sign of like an equal chance pack, anything like that. And so if none of these cards are like that next level of good, you probably should not buy any of them. We're going to start off here with Banchero. And as we dive into Banchero, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure to smash the subscribe button on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. So here's the deal, guys, with Banchero. 6'10", 7-foot wingspan. You know with Banchero, okay, because of the Ruby, that his player model is absolutely ridiculously good. Hot spots are improved. Still no hot spots from outside the 3-point line. You look at his stats, they're slightly improved. Now, is that a huge deal? It is, especially defensively. Because now you're looking at a Banchero with an 80 speed. Decent interior perimeter, decent block. Defensive badges aren't great, but they are decent enough. Comes with a 75 3-ball as well. So I actually don't mind Banchero. The problem with him is defensively, that's not where he's best. Where Banchero is best is in the attacking the rim and finishing department, which, I mean, this year, hate to break it to you guys, is not as important as it has been in the past. So do I think Banchero is a top 5 or so power forward in the game? I think he's close. Do I think he's worth buying for 112,000 MT? No. That's my answer on that. Next up, guys, we do see a point guard, Malcolm Brogdon. 87 3-ball, 6'4", 6'10" wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere outside the 3-point line. Decent driving dunk, playmaking is fine, decent speed, defensively he's okay. The thing for Malcolm Brogdon is when you look at this card, the one thing that's going to pop out to you is his shooting badges. He has a ton of shooting badges. Hall of Fame catch and shoot, green machine, which is a really important badge this year, does come with silver limitless, literally every shooting badge in the game. The problem is his playmaking and defense aren't that great. You look at the dribble style, it's not great. Basic leaner, that's not great. And so when I'm looking at Malcolm Brogdon, it's like, okay, is he better than Wade? No. Is he better than, let's say, Donovan Mitchell? I don't think so. Is he better than Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry? No. Now, after those guys, sure, you can make the case he's better than like a Ruby CP3. You can make the case he's better than Ruby Baron Davis. The one thing about Malcolm Brogdon that I like is he's 6'4". He's got some height to the card. And outside of like SGA, you look at the top point guards in the game. Kyrie 6'2", Steph 6'2", Wade is 6'4", that's nice. Donovan Mitchell's only 6'1". So the one thing about Malcolm Brogdon is he's at least going to provide a little height for you guys, and he's going to shoot the ball incredibly. But to me, we've got other cards that can shoot the ball that good. I just don't see it, even when I'm comparing his stats to a guy, let's say like Donovan Mitchell. It's not even close. Donovan Mitchell is way better than Malcolm Brogdon. Lauri Markkanen up next, 7 feet tall, sharpshooter, 6'11" wingspan, 85 3-ball. Man, his defensive stats absolutely stink. And it's not like he can get a lot of them, right? But some of the defensive badges he can get, but most of the ones he could use, he can't even get. Now, I do like Lauri's release. I do like the fact that he has good hot spots, but do the pros outweigh the cons? That's the one question mark I'm going to have for Lauri Markkanen, and I just don't think they do. Yes, he's 7 feet tall with an 85 3-ball with Hall of Fame catch and shoot. He is going to be really solid, you know, when it comes down to just offensively shooting the ball, as well as, you know, he's 7 feet tall, so defensively, he's going to make up for the lack of defensive stats. My whole thing is, outside of purely catching and shooting the ball, the only other thing he provides is his height. It's not like he can rebound. It's not like he can play make. It's not like he can go to the rim and attack the rim and dunk the ball that well. The only thing he can really do is shoot and provide height on the court. I'm sorry, between Lauri and Banchero, I'd probably prefer Lauri Markkanen, but it's not by a ton. I don't love either of the cards, especially, you know, considering we've gotten some decent power forwards since then. Jaren Jackson Jr., the card I'm probably most excited about today, 6'10", 7'4" wingspan, 75 3-ball, 79 speed, great defensively. You can make the case that none of the cards are worth it. None of the cards are great. This Jaren Jackson Jr. is absolutely fantastic. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't want to run Jaren, that's totally up to you. But you can't make the case that Jaren's bad in my team because this card is absolutely elite. Let's just, for the sake of this video, compare him to Anthony Davis's Ambit card. When you compare the cards, I think in the important stats, Jaren's better. Jaren's a little better rebounder. Jaren's faster. Jaren's better defensively. I mean, Jaren's player build's better as well. There's not one thing that Anthony Davis on the court is going to do better than Jaren Jackson Jr. outside of maybe playmaking and maybe post moves. I am a really big fan of this Jaren Jackson Jr. card. You give him corner specialist, you give him catch and shoot, you give him slippery off ball, those important offensive badges. That's all he needs. Because defensively, he's already fantastic. Hall of Fame anchor, post, lockdown, finishing wise is really solid as well. So I know a lot of these cards I've not been super high on. This Jaren Jackson Jr., I think, plays on the best squad in the game. Because defensively, 79 speed, a 92 interior, 92 block, great lateral quickness, Hall of Fame anchor, post, lockdown. He, in my opinion, is your first big. Obviously, you got Anthony Davis. Obviously, you got, Chris Bosh. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a 3-and-D guy in my team. He can play power forward or center, and he's not going to go for any of the mashing. I don't mind Jaren for this price tag at 112 in my team. And look, he's going to have that price tag for 3 weeks. So if you want to, guys, you can buy Jaren for 112. You can grade him, and then in 3 weeks, you can sell him back. And if you have a decent grade, you're going to get the majority of that MT back. I don't mind Jaren Jackson Jr. at all in my team. Last but certainly not least, Diamond Joel Embiid. First thing I noticed is that price tag of 245,000 MT. I didn't know exactly how expensive Joel Embiid would be. The one thing I did think about and kind of predict is I was like, okay, Joel Embiid is going to probably be nearly as expensive as MJ. But I thought to myself, I was like, there's no way they're going to make him more expensive than MJ. And they didn't, okay? Joel Embiid is 245,000 MT, still pretty expensive. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things, say he's cheap when he's not. He is still really expensive, but not as expensive as Michael Jordan. Is he the best center in the game? 7 feet tall, 7'5" wingspan, 77 3-ball, decent standing driving dunk, decent playmaking, 73 speed, 79 lateral quickness, good interior, decent block. Am I crazy for thinking I like Jaren Jackson Jr. more than Joel Embiid? Is that wild of me to think? Because Jaren's faster. Jaren's got just as good of defensive badges. The only thing that Joel Embiid's going to do is mash better than Jaren, as well as he does have the Hall of Fame box out beast. To me, give me Jaren for his price tag over Joel Embiid. Because defensively, he's better. Shooting-wise, nearly just as good. And I honestly prefer Jaren's base. I'm just telling you guys how I see it. Obviously, Joel Embiid offensively gives you a little bit more, and the box out beast is an important badge. But I'm just telling you guys, Jaren Jackson Jr. is nearly just as good as Joel Embiid in my team. And when I'm looking at these NBA's back cards, how I'd rank them overall, obviously, I'm saying I think Joel Embiid might be better than Jaren Jackson Jr. and probably is. So Joel Embiid's probably your best card. Then Jaren Jackson Jr. number 2. Lauri Markkanen number 3, Paolo Banchero number 4, Malcolm Brogdon number 5. There's not any horrible cards in this set, but it's pretty top heavy with 1 and 2. Joel Embiid and Jaren Jackson Jr. have a wide gap over the rest of the field when it comes down to these NBA is back cards. Let me know which of these 5 cards you guys are most excited about. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.